ramble just a little bit here and talk about this so-called Nintendo killer. And I think there's a lot to talk about here with this new release of Valve's new handheld that they have. I'm gonna pull my notes here. There are several people saying this just might be the nail in the coffin for Nintendo. I don't think so, but again, let's talk about it. So Valve is releasing their own handheld, and pretty much with this handheld, you can play all the games that are on Steam on this handheld. It is Steam on the go. It's Steam on the go, and I think personally, I think that's cool. Here it is. Steam has already been in the console wars, right? They've been there before, and they failed. It is what it is. They had a controller, they had a little box, and then they went straight digital. Do I like Steam? Yes. I'm not trying to take a dump on Steam or anything like that, but yes, I do like Steam. I just call it what it is. The product failed. I don't think, even though we are doing a lot of digital things, I don't think us as gamers are at a place where we can just straight stream our content yet. Thus, Xbox still existing, even though I know that they'll eventually move away from the console. They'll have a streaming or a virtual console, in my opinion. But that's just me. So so we're talking about this handheld here. Talking about this handheld here that Valve is getting ready to release, and we'll talk about some of the specs here in a second. But this handheld that they have here, I would equate this to either that TurboGrafx. Remember, TurboGrafx had a handheld to compete with the Game Boy, and they also had the Sega. The Sega Game Gear. And remember, those consoles competed directly with Nintendo, but with Nintendo, it's the dignity of simplicity. It's always been the dignity of simplicity with Nintendo. So I guess the thing that I'm wondering about is what does the battery life look like? How is it going to handle the games? Because games these days, they're really, really large, and they're very demanding. Does the handheld console, does it get hot? How quickly does it get hot? What is the likelihood of me playing with other people? And then for that matter, they say this thing can do anything. Anything you want to download it, Windows 10, Linux, whatever, you can put it onto it. So how does this compare? How does this particular console compare to other consoles that are out there that are already handheld? I'm sure you guys seen the PC version of the DS that said it was the Nintendo killer. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys all seen that. And I'll get to these comments, and Twitch. The Twitch comments are kind of moving for pretty fast for this evening. But yeah, so that's what they said. So here it is. Now I'll get to your comments in a second here. This has 4 cores of AMD. 4 cores of AMD. Zen 2, a CPU with 8 threads and 8 CUs of RDNA 2 GPU. It has a 7-inch screen that's 1280 by 800 resolution. It's 720 native and has the aspect ratio of 16 by 10. And so this is what's concerning. All right, this is the part that's concerning to me, and why I'm like, is it really the Nintendo killer? Because remember, the video games, granted, I'm an adult that plays games. There's a lot of adults that play games, but the bigger audience isn't kids playing games. So listen to this. $399 for the 64 gigabyte Valve handheld, and you get a carrying case. Yeah, that's your concentration prize for the 399 version. The 256 gig. Did I say what did I just say? I said 60. I said the wrong thing. The 64 gigabyte version is $399, and all you get is a carrying case. My bad. The next one is the 256 gigabyte SSD, $529. Has faster storage, it has a carrying case, exclusive Steam community profile bundle. Is that worth that? And the last one here, $649 for 512 gigabytes. It has the fastest storage, premium anti-glare etched glass, exclusive carrying case, exclusive Steam community profile bundle, exclusive virtual keyboard theme. I don't know. See, and that's where Nintendo gets you. It's the dignity of simplicity, right? So even though the Game Gear, it was a little bit more expensive back in the day. It wasn't that much more expensive, but it was a little bit more expensive. But where it got you, it's like they almost made a deal with Duracell and Energizer and said, hey, we're getting ready to make this juice-sucking console, and it takes 8 batteries. And yeah, we're going to have to make people plug it into a wall and kind of defeat the purpose of it being a handheld. And the same thing with the TurboGrafx. You know, again, I don't think that is, it's worth my money, but it's not worth my money. In addition to that, it's very bulky. I don't have that with me. We'll talk about it again a little bit later. But it's like, it's very bulky. It's wider than the Nintendo. So I guess the next part of it is that this Valve, they pulled a Microsoft. Nintendo pretty much pulled a Apple. Apple says, here's the why, and this is why you're buying it. And Microsoft says, this is the what, and this is what you're buying. And I think Nintendo has done that with consoles. This is why you are buying it. You're buying out convenience. You're buying it out of nostalgia and all these other different things, right? Whereas Valve has said, this is what it is. This is what you're buying. You're buying a handheld. I don't know if it should be this all-in-one type of thing. I don't think it should be. But here's the advantage: you get to play all the games that you already have. It's already there. I think that's a great thing. It has touchpads for your fingers, so that you can play your shooters, and it has the analog. It has D-pad. I think that's cool. It has ABXY. It has the triggers, and if I'm not mistaken, yes, it has the R4, R5, L5, and L4. So it has a lot of buttons. There is a lot of buttons here. A lot of buttons. But I don't know. To each his own. For me, I'm going to stick with my PC. I'm going to stick with my Nintendo Switch. It is what it is. But yo, what do you think? Are you going to stick with your Nintendo Switch and your PC or your other consoles? Are you going to get a handheld? Let me know in the comments below, and we can have a discussion about all that. We'll talk about all that in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like my video. Now, let's get over here to these folks in Twitch land and see what they're talking about. Hey, you made it this far. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you like this video right here. Also, follow me on my social media platforms that I have there: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, even Twitch, MD Soul, everything. Thanks. Have a good one, y'all.